Hey, welcome back to another episode of John's Crypto Therapy. On today's episode, I want to take a deep dive about David Yu and everything that's happening around Ecomi. There's going to be great news. It's going to be great factors that's going to scale Ecomi to new all-time highs. I am super excited to say, you know what, looking back in Ecomi and just realizing the future and the potential, I want to tell you a quick story. So when I first got involved in Bitcoin, it was really dramatic because I never knew what Bitcoin was, but I knew the potential. And because I believed in holding my 4 Bitcoins and realizing that, you know what, the future had so much to offer that, you know what, maybe there was going to be a change in the future. And this change was going to be a good one or a bad. And you know what, looking back at it right now, it is such a great investment. At that time, looking at Bitcoin, not a lot of people would have said, hey, look, crypto is going to be something. Everybody just wanted gold. Everybody just wanted cash. Everybody wanted something of that material. Then when you did some research, you understood how valuable Bitcoin could be for the ecosystem and how people are going to translate money or make an easy way of exchanging goods, okay? So that made me realize that the potential for Bitcoin was only going to scale. So when you take a step back and you realize the amount of growth in Bitcoin, then you look at a project like Ecomi, then you take a step back and say, you know what is the future going to show us? What is the future going to hold? It is very simple to see, you know what, a lot of kids these days are getting phones at an early age. A lot of them, like video games. A lot of them like to collect. And this is the new era of collecting. And this is why it's super, super important. I would truly say for anyone that does not have any Ecomi NFTs or even OMI tokens, I truly do want to tell you guys something really, really special. This is not for promoting the company. This is not for anything of that. This is for you to help yourself in the future. I truly do believe this token is going to disrupt a lot of things in the future. The way it's going, a lot of people are still forgetting how great David Yu truly is. He has a lot of great ways of putting everything together and making sense of everything. And that's the key here, okay? So when you look at Alfred Khan, a lot of people, talk about Alfred Khan. A lot of people talk about great things about him. And I truly do believe he deserves all the praise. Good for him and everything that he has accomplished. He is one of the huge whales in the licensing industry, 100%. But when you're looking at David Yu, a lot of people are undermining the fact that he knows what he's doing. This is why it's important, because today I'm going to give you guys great ideas, great steps on what he's going to do to push Ecomi to all-time highs. You know what? We can scratch the $1, the $10 debate. I don't think $1 is sufficient enough to say Ecomi is going to reach there. I think personally, from experience of investing and trading, Ecomi is going to skyrocket. We can even eventually see a $20 token. A lot of people say, hey, you know what, this is impossible. But when you look at the burn mechanism, when you look at, you know what, we're going to buy land. And when we buy land, you know what, we're going to burn OMI tokens. There's going to be more utilities in Vivi to burn more OMI. Everything is leading to one thing, burning OMI. So if everything is leading to burning OMI, and when supply goes down and demand goes up, what do you think is going to happen to the price? It's going to skyrocket. And this is why it's super, super important to understand Ecomi is here to stay. So if I'm a trader and I'm telling you guys, these are great zones to sell, yes, they're 100% great zones to sell, but does not mean that you shouldn't hold a bag of it on the side for future references. I truly do believe you need to at least have 10 million OMI tokens to, you know what, say to yourself, you were at the right place at the right time. This is not a token to mess with. This is a sleeping giant. Just look at this quote that David Yu posted right here. The stronger the IP of the brand, the more valuable the surrounding products can be. Let's really take a deep dive into this. The stronger the IP of the brand. Okay, so he's talking about specific brands. So you want to get valuable brands, and that is such a great way to go for sure, because you get the attention of everyone around you. So the stronger the IP of the brand, the more valuable the surrounding products can be. So when we look at all of these brands right here, you can already see which one is going to bring revenues, which one is going to bring mass adoption and everything of that nature. All right, so you already know that Pokemon, you got Marvel, you got DC and Star Wars, Nintendo, and there is a lot to look at. But the problem is, it is only good for certain people that like these type of brands, right? So if you look at that quote, I do want to tell you another quote that he had an interview with another person, and he said something very, very particular, and I want to read it for you guys. I want you guys to understand what he said here. He said, if you are a VV user, you probably noticed VV obtained most of the valuable IP on the platform. So right there, it made a sense. It ticks me right there. So listen to that very carefully. If you are a VV user, you probably noticed VV obtained most of the valuable IP on the platform. And the platform of success for licensing is to get Pokemon. It's to get Marvels. It's to get DC. And it's important for them to get everything. And because of that reason, I already know they have Pokemon. And for me to say, you know what, Pokemon was going to be released, I think there is a strategical strategy on when it's going to be released. So I want to give you guys a heads up. So if you guys really understand marketing and everything like that, I want to put this into perspective. Do you remember when the price was actually going all the way down? It was in 0.0001-ish, all right? And it was really going down. And all of a sudden they released a great news. You know what? Comic-Con was around the corner, and they also released Marvel. They had to release Marvel, because a lot of people were losing hope. A lot of people were saying, you know what, which IPs are going to be there that's going to influence them? And realizing that their audience is from America as well, and having that influence in the North American region, they released Marvel. Because right now they don't have the Asian community as in China and Japan and like that right now as much as they have North American countries. North American countries are giving them the most boost right now, I would truly say, for buying a lot of NFTs. Of course, there's other countries that are doing a great job. When you're looking at target sectors and audience, these are the areas they're typically looking at. Once we have releases for China and Japan and have audiences of that nature come on board, then I could truly say, you know what, once they have Asia, they will for sure drop Pokemon. So if the price did go down and they did drop Marvel, and guess what, after Marvel the price went up and it still kept going down, 100% they would have had to release Pokemon. If they did not release Pokemon at that time, they were going to go bankrupt, and guess what? Everything they worked for would not be there. So the reasons why I'm saying that is very, very true, right? So we've seen the price going down 0.0001. We seen them release Marvel, the price went up. If price kept going back down and broke the initial low of the Marvel initial announcement, guess what? They had to release a bigger brand. They already released DC, they already released Marvel. What else is big enough? Maybe Star Wars. But other than that, they would have to for sure release Pokemon, and Pokemon would have gravitated for everyone and made everyone understand this project is going to scale. For everyone that's wondering how valuable this is, have the mindset that these guys already have Pokemon. And because they have Pokemon, understand this very valuable thing. It's going to scale. It's going to 100% scale. The other thing that was pretty cool that I listened to was super, super cool. It's about comic books and how they could get damaged over use. So if you use your comic book and you read it over time for a long period of time, or you read it maybe 100 times in the year, that comic book is going to get older. So it might have wrinkles on the side, or it's going to have some kind of bends here and there. And that's so cool. So a lot of people say, what are you talking about? This is a weird idea. Not a lot of people like it, because you know what? NFT means prestige, you know, no bends, no nothing like that. But when you're taking NFT to a whole new level, this is the only way to go. So you'll have the opportunity to, you know, keep your comic books on the side, and guess what? Maybe they'll give you a secret wrap, and that wrap, when you put your comic books in, it won't get any wrinkles or anything like that. So that could be something they could sell on the market, and guess what? When you buy that, it will burn Omi token. So that'll be a cool way. That's the only way you could take your comic books and actually put it into your showroom. So I would say that'll be a cool idea. You know what? I'm 100% down for this. I'm going to try my best to buy as much land as I can. I think that's going to be the key. Stabilize yourself in those land positions, because those lands are going to be valuable no matter what. Okay, guys? So please remember that, okay? The other things I do want to talk about, let me go down in this as well. I want to go to this little clip right here, and I want to show you guys what I'm saying right here. Of course, even in the interview itself, the first release of this beautiful Ecomi to the public, this showing was valuable. Of course, they talked about Pokemon, they talked about Yu-Gi-Oh, and those are brands that would catch a lot of people's eyes. So think about this, okay? He had to perform in front of an audience. He maybe had 15 to 20 minutes, and in that time, he had to get the audience attention. And what other way than talk about Pokemon? You could be a 40-year-old, you could be a 55-year-old, or you can even be a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old, and you will still understand Pokemon is one of those valuable things that will never die out. All right, so I want to go into this video real quick. I want to show you guys something really cool. Okay, so let me play it right here. Let's go to this part right here. All right, so I'm gonna go from here. This is something cool. He was talking about a wheelchair. Okay, this is a simple wheelchair that he sold. All right, him and his company took it as a way to make certain type of money, and this was a cool aspect. Okay, this is such a cool aspect. So he had a tricycle right here selling for a retail price of $100. Okay, this was $100 worth. And then all of a sudden, guess what? Then he went out of his way and he got the license for Bentley. So once he got the license for Bentley, what he did is he took the license of that brand of Bentley. This is the value of marketing. He took the sign of Bentley and used that on his tricycle. Now the retail price of that tricycle, which he put the Bentley sign on, is going for $700 to $800 USD. This is the most beautiful thing about this all, because a lot of people don't understand branding and marketing is such a big thing. And because he did this transaction, he made $35 million just off of this adventure. I know you guys might not see this, but if you look very carefully around his wrist, that is a nice watch, absolutely. And that retail of that watch is actually a Richard Mille, going for $175,000 USD. So you guys can put everything together. He's very successful and he exactly knows what to do with his company, and that's why I truly do believe this company is going to reach all-time highs. Okay, that is my opinion. I truly do believe that. If you guys do have Omi tokens, hold it, because this is going to be a steal. But if you guys want to trade and make money while other people are holding, that is another way to go as well. Trust me when I say I've been trading this coin for a long period of time and it's been making me great returns. This is one of my favorite coins. Of course, it is super volatile. It does get to you, but if you guys understand fundamentals, key resistance and support zones, we are going to go to the chart. I'm going to show you guys more analysis on why I truly think that this might be the level that we might bottom out before we go up. So we'll talk more into depth about that as well. And another thing that I want to talk about is something really different. Let's look at this right here. So this was another person involved, and if you guys look very carefully right here, Joseph, okay, CIO. This was pretty cool because a lot of people are saying, you know what, we know David, we know Dan, not Joseph. We never seen Joseph in so long. There was a lot of YouTubers saying, you know what, there was whale manipulation. We can see price going down. We don't know where the price is going to go or anything of that nature, okay? And they say, you know what, Joseph could be involved in this. And I could truly see what they're saying because he was the first person there. He must have got some great tokens, especially from the initial start and the get-go. So I can get that. There is a lot of tokens that he might have. 100% he might have a lot of tokens. We get that. But a lot of people are saying because he's out of the company, you know, what is going to happen with those tokens? Is he going to dump it on us? Are we going to see manipulation and all of this rumor? I want to educate you guys about Joseph and why this could be important so you guys understand trading could be the future for a lot of crypto coins. So let's go into this article right here. So right here, when you look at this very carefully, it says Joseph. I want to read something very careful right here, okay? Joseph now owns multiple successful businesses and has been involved in blockchain since 2016, where he became a very successful day trader. So that is where I want to stop it and make you guys realize something really magical. It did not say he was just a basic day trader. It said a successful day trader. So if you guys go and look at Joseph, there is a way to look at his initial wallet and see that he did something really smart. Instead of having it all in one wallet and selling it off, if he chooses to sell it off, that is, or making little profits here and there, he could do so. But the way he's playing this game is something very special. To everyone that really is paying attention, he multiplied his one wallet to many wallets. So he took the same amount and distributed to many other wallets. What does this mean? So this is a question I got the other day, and this basically means this, okay? It's a psychological thing. If you see a lot of wallets selling Omi tokens, what is your initial thought? You're basically gonna say, you know what? I'm going to sell my Omi tokens because everyone else is selling it. So that is the idea behind, you know, some people doing these certain steps. So because he put it into multiple accounts, and these multiple accounts will have still a lot of Omi tokens selling 5 or 4, a lot of whales would join and say, you know what, this might be the time to sell a lot of our Omi tokens. So this is why it's important to understand these type of characters in the Ecomi team, okay? So this person, I don't think it's working for them anymore. I think, you know what, maybe hopefully they came off in a good way and they departed in a nice, grateful, business oriented way, but we don't know that. There could be some kind of hate behind them, and anything of that nature could happen. So if we do see a huge volatile move, we need to understand there is some traders that are going to trade this token the way they see it. And this is why it's important that I try to educate everyone to make them realize that trading is not bad. Trading is not gambling. Trading is none of that. If you really put in the time and you put in the work, you guys can all be great traders. And I'm telling you right now, not financial advice, but this is from my experience of me teaching many students, but also, you know, watching them learn. You can make a ton of money. This is someone that had a rough life as well. I never had everything given to me. Everything I had was earned, and I'm totally happy I had it this way. And I bet to a lot of people that are sitting down and watching this video, you know, you can have that opportunity to do so as well. So if you guys want to trade, this is the channel for you. I'm going to be here step by step and encouraging you guys to make the right opportunities and advancements in your life to become better traders, okay? The other thing I want to talk about is right here. Joseph is very talented, all right? And right here it also says strong passion for creative innovation. So creative innovation, this is where it leads to my other topic. Let me go into that. So this is why it's very important when you look at secure wallet. I want to talk about this, all right? So he's the one that innovates a lot of great ideas, all right? So most likely, you know what? He did departure. He did take a bundle of Omi tokens. So there is a huge amount of Omi tokens that for sure he will have in his supply in his wallet. The other thing as well, when you look at secure wallet, when I got my secure wallet actually from the first release, I was really happy because you know what? I wanted to buy another one. And each time I went to the store, it didn't make sense because when you click this very carefully, let's go into the store as well. And you go right here, guys, and then you go to shop now and you go all the way back down right here. You can't buy this wallet and it hasn't been able to be made yet. So from all this time, their focus was in the NFT and the license field. Of course, you can see Joseph was maybe the innovator towards the hard wallet. Because he departed, there isn't any more supply, or maybe they don't know how to make that hard wallet again until they find someone that has the same technical background on how to create this type of wallet. Because of that, we won't be able to buy these wallets at this time. So you guys can see there is a confluence on why the departure happened, why, you know what, we're not getting no more wallets. And maybe, you know, in the future when we do see a lot of crazy dumps and coming from multiple accounts, you already know who could be up to this. But guess what? At the end of the day, it is his token. He can do whatever he wants with it. Good for him because he started with this project in the get-go. And this is the opportunity we could take and learn from this and realize that we can build up the future for ourselves. As much Omi tokens you guys have, it's only going to help you guys in the future. That's the best way of looking at this, all right? So let me go all the way back and let's get into my top reasons about David Yu. I'm going to be talking about some things that was released on the interview, and you guys let me know what you guys think about this because I'd love to know in the comments below. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to tell you guys the cool things about the interview. I took some notes, so I'm going to read it off right now. Tell me what you guys think, and I would love to hear you guys out, all right? So end of year or next year, 4 to 5 languages selected. So we're gonna get 4 to 5 languages by the end of this year or next year, the beginning of that year. So we're gonna have the opportunity to translate in different languages. This is going to be valuable because we're gonna get the opportunity to get more countries on the other side of the world to participate in VV drops. This is only going to increase the VV price for the NFTs and of course the Omi token. So that is going to be cool. Desktop end of October web portal. So at the end of October, we're going to get the opportunity to go into our desktop and go into VV like that. That is something that I'm 100% looking into and I can't wait for that. Omi to purchase NFTs are coming soon. He did say that in the interview as well. So we do have to finger crossed and see exactly how that's going to take. Remember, a lot of these things take time. So a lot of people are rushing. Don't be one of those people. Understand this is going to take time. because perfection does take time. And this is the way you got to look at Ecomi. It's going to take time. And the other thing I do want to talk about, he did say this in his video as well, IP owners choose anyone. So when you look at IP, anyone could choose any owner to, you know, give them their IP. If the money is right and the price is right and they have good credits and they really are reliable, a lot of licensors would say, you know what, I trust you with my license and I'll give it to you. And whatever you do with it, of course, I want royalty. It's the way it works. And of course, Ecomi does royalty with other companies, and that's why they make money and Ecomi makes money, and it's a win-win for everyone. It's about the brand. Just like how I was talking to you guys about the tricycle, David went out to Bentley, took the Bentley logo. Of course, he purchased it, whatever he had to do, then put it on this tricycle, and the tricycle's value went from $100 to $700 to $800 per unit. So that is amazing. So good for them. The reasons why I want to talk about the IP and the owners, yes, there is a lot of owners that will give out their license to a lot of people. But when you have Vivi that's collecting every single license, if I had a brand license and I looked at Vivi and I looked at all these crazy good licenses they obtained, you know what? That's free marketing. Why wouldn't I not join with Ecomi and give them my license? And so everybody understands, you know what? This is a drop that can happen. And for some people, they might not even like the drop, but they might just collect it for the fact they could sell it for maybe future bigger price. And this is the way it's going to go. So for IP owners, this is really cool that they are choosing Ecomi, and Ecomi is going to do big things. So I can't wait for that. The other things I do want to talk about, Japanese IP coming from gaming industry. He did state that Japanese IP is coming from gaming and it's not coming from anywhere else for the first release. So if it is gaming industry, guess what? Viviverse is around the corner. You know, we can maybe have a crazy game. So this is why I truly do believe that Ecomi has a great chance of reaching all-time highs. We don't know the exact price, but you know what? Right now, looking at $1 and $10, absolutely that's going to be possible. And you know what? In the near future, we can even see $20 to $30. So hey guys, we got to be open-minded to the idea that Bitcoin, a lot of people said it's not even going to reach $5, and you know what, it went overboard, and that's the truth. So we have to put that into perspective. The other thing is Marvel 5 categories. This was something really cool. Okay, so David did talk about the blind box being number 1, comics being number 2, 3D NFTs being number 3, and number 4 and number 5, it is a clue. He did not announce that, but guys, if you put everything together, of course you're gonna put games in there. Games are truly going to happen, and this is the way I truly do believe Ecomi is going to explode. The reasons why I am super bullish about Ecomi, and this is the honest truth, is when you look at Ecomi, they adapt to the circumstance they're in. When you look at play to earn games, all of a sudden that is the hype. Then you see, you know, Ecomi coming out of Vivi and saying, you know what, we're gonna get snack size games. Do you see how they adapt into situations? First of all, they're an NFT project. They should strictly just be, you know, premium NFTs, but they're going the route of going that way of getting gamification and putting that into this situation. That is only going to increase the value of Ecomi tokens for sure. The following month, we will bring Japanese product over Vivi platform. So they're gonna bring Japanese products to Vivi. This is setting up for Pokemon so bad that, you know, if you don't see it, I truly do believe you're blind. I think Pokemon is already here, and there was a ton of clues. There was a ton of great things showing me that, you know what, they said they were only going to target the valuable IP. If you don't target Pokemon and you consider yourself targeting valuable IP, you must be blind. We for sure have Pokemon, but it's just about time when it's the right time to release it. Right? And that's the way to go, and I'm truly happy for that. The other thing that you guys need to know is Dan and David have been in Vivi or the development and working towards this product for 4.5 years, and they even said they're really tired, and I gotta give it to them because you know what, day and night they truly do love this. I do believe they go home and they focus on Vivi. And this is why it's important. They focus on Ecomi. They want to build a brand that's going to change the world. This product is 100% going to change a lot of people's lives. I have nephews. I've given them my phone and they went to the Vivi app and you would not believe it. They have been on that phone for over 4 hours just looking at collectibles and taking random pictures. And when I took the phone away, they actually got mad at me. So it just makes me realize that this is going to be such a big development, and I'm super happy to everyone that does watch this video. You guys are truly an early adopter, and this is going to scale so bad. All right, last but not least, in December 2021, 65,000 downloads. That's what they predicted. So David and Dan predicted basically 65,000 downloads. When we look at right now till date, we have over 700,000 downloads till this date. So you guys already know by the end of this year, we're going to reach 1 million downloads. And you know what? When we reach 1 million downloads, you know, that might be too late in a sense, because the best time to buy Ecomi is now. And when we reach December, the best time to buy Ecomi then is exactly at December, because you're too late. So the best time to buy Ecomi is whenever you guys have the financial structure to do so. So Ecomi is going to reach all-time highs. I am super bullish. This is just another update to show a lot of people, you know, have confidence no matter what, because this project is going to scale, and I truly do believe that. And if you guys listen to me till this part, I really do appreciate you. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys think is pretty cool that's going to come to Ecomi. And you know, let's talk about it, because Ecomi is going to be a big deal. And now I'm going to be moving into the charts, and I'm going to do a quick analysis for you guys so you guys understand where price is going, okay? So let's get into that. All right, so when you guys look at this, we were looking at the chart. We seen a symmetrical triangle. We seen, you know what, this is a breakout, but to a lot of people that understand trading, you could go to a higher time frame and justify that maybe this was not the breakout yet. Breakouts typically mean breaking new barriers and going to all-time highs. Right now, it's compressed in a sideways action. And this sideways action is a great thing for a lot of people to get into. See, when we realize that Ecomi is doing something special, it is truly doing something special. So let me go into the daily and you guys will see this. Let's do this. All right, so we're in the daily. I'm going to draw the symmetrical triangle out a little bit more for you guys so you guys understand the bigger picture, okay, and how it looks, okay? So when you see this pattern, this price prediction, and you've seen that a lot of resistance and support is actually being held around the 0.0050 level, this is a great level, because if we have that all-time high and we see Ecomi maybe reach 5 cents or even, you know, 10 cents, it's not even out of the realm anymore. If it reaches 10 cents and it has to come back down for the bear cycle, I truly do believe it's going to bottom out around 0.0050. Reasons why: it's giving me the most confidence that this level is going to be strong. The longer this price stays above, doesn't break take profit 1 and doesn't go to take profit 2, and it stays around this range and it's bouncing on the top end of this, it's creating support. We already had resistance here. We had many times right here. And now we're creating more support. And why is this important? Because in the future, this reference in the long-term data is going to show us that this is where the key point was when we seen support and resistance. And because of that, we can initially take great trades off of these levels. So if you knew that, you know, in the bear cycle, when the markets come back down and it's going to touch maybe 0.0050, typically you're gonna get it for the same price as buying it now. The good thing about buying it now is that the price will increase and you get a chance of taking out your profits and then rebuying the dip at a lower price, or basically initially getting a better deal for your buck. And that's the way to look at this, okay? So let's put this into perspective. I wanna show you guys this very carefully and let's get into it. So let's go right here and see where the price is doing here. All right, so I'm gonna get this trend line. You know what, we can actually go like this and we can perfectly go like this, okay? So to everyone that's wondering, how can we do this? All you do is go to a bigger time frame and see that clearly we didn't get a breakout. We see this is a big candle and every other candle is getting smaller. But on the 4 hour, it looks like a breakout. And this is why a lot of traders lose money. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly why traders lose money, okay? So let's look at this on the 4 hour and let's typically see what price is doing here, okay? This is the 4 hour. This is the hour that we were looking at. And this is the candle right here, okay, guys? If you went back, I just rearranged it. I went to the daily. I made it into the real symmetrical triangle. It should have been on the daily because price moves every day. You come back and you rearrange your patterns. That's totally fine because you're adapting to the environment that you're in. while prices change, your mindset changes, and you need to have a better understanding of what price is doing, okay? So let me move this pivot point so you guys can see. So right here, if we seen that this candle was like this, all right, and it was going like this, let me do this so you guys see what I'm talking about. That right here, let me put this line in as well. All right, let me put this in. So when we see this, this is the candle would have broke out, right? So if that's the candle would have broke out, a lot of people would have done this. And this is why a lot of people do lose money, okay? They would have said, you know what, there is a great position. I'm gonna put a sell here. And you know what, let me put a take profit here. Or you know what, because they thought this was a true breakout, they would have put it even lower, all right? Lower to the point of this zone right here. The reasons why, you know what, you say to yourself, this was a breakout, this is a symmetrical triangle. So if this is a symmetrical triangle, I want to take this move right here. I want to put it for the breakout section. And you know what, the breakout section's there. So I'm going to put it right there. And because they put it there, they're going to believe that the market's going to go down here. But we as traders understand the bigger realm of what the price is doing. The price is being held in this position. This is a huge support zone. So we're not going to go against the trend. If I sell the market, I'm basically trying to gamble a lot of money that I might not be able to get back, because I'm gambling against a point in time that's showing me a lot of support. And even right here, we have a good rejection to the upside. Then we have sideways movement. So to a lot of people that would have got into this trade, you didn't do your analysis right. We were in a bullish trend and we were looking for buying opportunities. Because we were looking for buying opportunities and this price went down, we knew this was not real. And because it's not real, we will go to a higher time frame and justify that with a different pattern. And this is the pattern I'm showing you guys. So let's go to the daily and let's do this very carefully. So when I zoom into this right here, once again, I want to show you. So right here, we knew that the pattern did not break out yet. And because we knew the pattern did not break out, we just drew this line a little bit deeper. So this apex is going to be a little bit deeper, okay guys? Hopefully you guys are paying attention and understanding exactly what I'm trying to say. Let me move this away right here and let's do this. If I'm a great trader and I understand price action, then I would understand this, okay? So why would I get into a sell position if you look at the bigger time frame and there was no breakout? Do you guys see what I'm saying? On the 4 hour, it shows you a breakout because the candlesticks can fool you. But remember, go to the higher time frame, justify your patterns, make it into a shape that makes sense for you. Then you'll understand maybe there was no sells yet. And because there was no sells yet, you would not have gotten into this trade. And because you didn't get into that trade, you got yourself out of a losing position. Yes, the price can absolutely go down. If it does break 0.004950 level, that's no biggie. We will just understand what the price is going to do after. But right now, it looks like this support and resistance zone, which is basically support, is showing me that this confluence of this being a great zone of support is real to the T. And because it's real to the T, we really want to see a breakout to the upside. So we are looking for a structural move to the upside because we knew that this fake out breakout on the 4 hour was not real to this value. To everyone that got into that sell position, they did not understand the fundamentals of what price was going to do. We see that the price is holding above structure. We got exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 candles holding above structures, 9 days. All right, guys, this is a daily chart. 9 days that the candles were holding above structure, showing me that, you know what? A lot of bullish players are understanding that this is the time we could see a reversal to the upside. So we do have take profit 3 at 0.0080, and we're going to see how it plays out. This is a great trade, a great understanding of where price is going, and make sure you guys truly do understand what I'm trying to say. Don't put yourself in a position where you're going to lose. So if you did try to get into that breakout situation and you knew we were bullish, you're going against the trade. There's no point of doing that. There's no point of losing extra money that you could use for your NFTs or buy more Omi token. Because you stay true to your patterns, then you would understand on the higher time frame, the breakout did not happen yet, and we're still good to see price continue to the upside. So because of this, we all made sense to us, all right? We have patterns doing a lot of things, and this is why it's important to understand patterns, all right? We see pressure to the upside right here, and this is why it's important, all right? We got 1 wick rejection, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 6 wick rejections showing us the price is trying to go to the upside. But of course, there is players that are trying to sell the market, and that's totally fine. We still have a teacup formation going to the upside. We have an ascending triangle going to the upside, and we still have a beautiful flag pattern going to the upside. So to everyone that is paying attention, good for you guys, because I truly do believe if you listen to my value on what I'm trying to say, guys, you'll make a ton of money. So this is the bull flag, if you guys noticed, and I want to just draw it out. You just put this all the way to the bottom over there. Okay, so this is the bull flag, and we still need to see price going up, and it already hit take profit one. So if you guys are listening to my videos and understanding step by step what to do, I am really appreciative of you guys. Okay, you guys are going to be the future traders for Ecomi, and trust me when I say we're gonna make a ton of money. I have made a ton of money. I can't wait to share the wealth, and the best way to share the wealth is knowledge, because knowledge is power, and that's what we're all looking for at the end of the day. So if you guys do like this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Don't worry about it. We're still in this beautiful symmetrical triangle. We're still looking for a breakout situation. Right now, price did not break out yet. Just wait for it. We will see a huge volume candle. We will see maybe a retest of structure. If it does break to the downside, please do not worry. We will see price rebounding, and you know what, this could be a little manipulation move to the downside, get a lot of people rally to sell when the price was going to go up. Because you know what, a lot of whales, a lot of people are saying right now, I just wish we had one more time to go to 0.0040 to buy more OMI tokens. So if that is in the back of your mind, of course there is going to be sometimes price manipulation going to the downside, but right now we're still bullish. Let's look for a beautiful move to the upside, and let's see 0.0080 exactly be hit. Okay, so if you guys do like this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, thank you guys so much for being a part of this beautiful journey. Take it easy, and John out. Peace.